Hi, can you guys hear me? I'm trying out something. Okay, we are here. So I was wondering what was going on. Okay, hi. If you guys can hear me, do let me know. Guys, let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying something new here. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Just gonna wait for a few more seconds so that others can join. This is gonna be a very quick live stream. Guys, please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. I don't want to keep us for a very long time. It's gonna be a um very quick live stream actually. I'm trying something. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Like and share. Yeah, so it's something new. It's something new that StreamYard is trying. So I just thought let me try it as well. So I was actually discussing with UB earlier on because I was not sure. Yeah, so it's gonna show vertical to some people and then it's gonna show landscape to some people as well. So yeah, so I just thought I would give you a try. Okay, Abby says she can see me. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, this is going to be a very, very quick live stream, and I just thought I would do one because your girl is back to work tomorrow, so there won't be enough time on my hands. So a quick intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wemimo, and I'm also known as Start Mom of 5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. So on this channel, I pretty much do everything, person issues, lifestyle, living in diaspora, parenting, amebo. Like I pretty much do everything that is practically going on in our human daily lives. So I could be giving you information about living in Nigeria, and I could be giving information about living in the UK, and I could possibly be telling you about several other things as well. So one stop shop here is where I am. Abby said, "Oh right, UB does that to the vertical format is annoying." So actually, it's something new on Streamyard, and so Streamyard recommended I use it. So I'll see how it goes for the first time, and I don't know, but we'll see. Hello, Biba, welcome. How are you? Good to see you. Joy, yummy kitchen. My beautiful sister, how are you today? How's family? How's everyone? And happy Tuesday to you guys. So, just to say I'm going back to work tomorrow, so I would probably be dropping sit down videos, and if I have the strength, or maybe if I finish on time from work, normally my work time is half 7 till 8 o'clock, so I'll possibly get home by 20 past 8. So if I have the strength, I might do a later live stream. So you might be seeing me here live streaming at half 8 at night if you're available to join here. If not, I'll just do live stream on the days when I am not working. So this week I'm working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you might probably get a later live stream this week, or it's just going to be the sit down videos I've already made. And then over the weekend, I think I've got a couple of live streams over the weekend. So we'll see. With that being said, guys, so the story I'm about to share with you is a very, very heartbreaking one. And it's so disappointing as well that a guy would leave his hometown of Nigeria, or his original town, or his original country of Nigeria, come here to come chase a better life for himself, and then he ended up losing that life over a woman. But before we actually get into the story, let's quickly run through the profile of this guy. So this guy is a Nigerian called Adegbola David Adedapo. I came across this story of him yesterday, and obviously because I was trying to keep up with Neduko and stuff, I was like, oh, I'll do a sit down video, but I thought, no, I'll do it later. So I came across this video. Immediately I saw his name, I knew straight away that he was a Nigerian Yoruba guy, and I was pissed when I read the story as to what he got involved with. So that kind of like got me to go find him. So immediately I put his name into Google, his Facebook profile came up, and I went to his Facebook profile. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let's go see what his Facebook profile looks like. It's like, you know what? we all know most people come to diaspora for for variety of reasons. People travel abroad. So this is this guy's page. His name is Adegbola David Adedapo, and his profile here says digital creator. He once works at Nigeria Breweries Igomu House Abebe Village, wherever that is, probably in Ogun State. He studied at Olabisi Onabanjo University in Agoiwoye, and he was studying at Nottingham Trent University. Went to Ikeja High School. He was living in Lagos up until he traveled here from Ikeja, and he was apparently single before he traveled. So let's go back to his old pictures. I mean, you can see pictures of him. Looking at this picture, this is his NYSC days. That was in February 2011. NYSC, that was him there. Maybe that was Nokia phone he has there. That's him there. Him 2011. That's him again. I'm going through his picture so you guys will understand where I'm trying to come from here. That is someone. Abby said he looks familiar. It really okay. So I'm just trying to show you guys like his background, though we might not know a lot about him, but at least so we have an understanding of where he's coming from. It doesn't seem across as if it comes from a wealthy background. It doesn't look as if it comes from a rich home. It doesn't look as if maybe it was like Omobabulo or anything like that. Okay, so this is one of his current pictures. This picture was posted 29th of August, and I would imagine maybe it was posted maybe 29th of August this year or last year. I don't know, but that's one of his recent pictures. And then this one as well, another picture of him. You can look at him in this picture compared to 2011. More images of him, more images of him. So this guy, he came abroad to come study, started dating a white girl, or started dating a beautiful, pretty girl. And what happened? Let me share the news with you because I found the article. And Abby said it looks familiar. I mean, he went to Nottingham Uni, so it might be from, in case you might know somebody who knows him. So I'm going to share this screen with you. It's BBC News, and this news was reported on the 25th of October. So it was reported that long ago, but it's only just circulated yesterday. Like I said, I only found this news yesterday. So it says that man charged with the unaliving after man charged with buying or with MUHDR after unaliving woman. So Stephen Irons, known as Steph to friends and family, was found unalive at an address in Mapali on Tuesday night. So according to this news, it was written on the 25th of October. It says here that detectives investigating the unalive of a 23-year-old woman in Nottinghamshire have charged a man with unaliving with MUHDR. So Stephanie Irons was found unalive by emergency services after they were called to an address in Westdale Lane West, Mapali at 10 o'clock on Tuesday. Police believe the victim and suspect were known to each other. So our Nigerian guy, Adedapo Adegbola, 40 years old. 40-year-old man. Guys, please thumb up the live stream. I really appreciate it. Please like and share. It's going to help, push this video out a lot more. So Adegbola David, 40 years old, of Woodborough. I can't even pronounce. Like Abby, all of the name for London, I can't pronounce them. So you guys know what that is. Road Mapali was arrested on Wednesday and charged with MUHDR on Friday. He was remanded into custody before his appearance at Nottingham Magistrate Court on Sunday. A 40-year-old woman who was arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender has been released with strict bail conditions, Nottinghamshire Police said. So the Inspector Stuart Basson, senior investigating officer, said, in quote, this is a truly tragic incident, and our thoughts remain with Steph's family and friends who have asked for privacy at what must be an extremely difficult time. Specially trained officers are providing them with support, and this will continue throughout the investigation process. Our team of investigators have worked extremely hard over the past few days to determine the full circumstances of what happened. I am pleased we have now been able to charge a suspect in this case. I would also like to thank the local community for their patient support over the last few days, which has enabled us to, progress the investigation. So, what this story is saying to us is that Steph was known to our brother Adedapo, and it seems they possibly were dating. God knows what happened between them. Now you heard from that news that he was charged with murder. He's been charged with murder. So I want to understand that he is a suspect or he was the one who unalive this young lady we are seeing on the screen here. I'm trying to find the full story of obviously what happened. I don't know if that has been released yet. I'm trying to search for it here while I'm here, but I've not been able to find anything further. But for the fact that he's been charged with, murder, I would imagine what happened was that he had a hand in the death of this young lady. Let me see. Trufflock said something there. I'm not looking at my screen, but let me quickly see my screen. Hello, Trufflock. Welcome. Good evening. How are you? Scotland is worse with names. Abby, don't let me come for you. UB will not. Nobody will save you from my hand, oh Abby. Scotland is worse with the names. Oshe, I'm coming for you. Shogbomi. Can you guys hear Abby now? Yeah. That we in Scotland, we don't know how to call names. Don't worry. I'm waiting for your turn when you come to Scotland. I will show you Shege. You guys are hearing now, so that when I come for Abby, nobody will save her from my hand. So, hello, Sister Rikemi, welcome. How are you? I hope you're not at work tonight, though. So, I'm still trying to find out, obviously, what happened. We've not been given the detailed information as to what went down, but it's obviously clear that our brother unalived this young beautiful girl. So I found another article there. Let me share my screen again with you. It says here that family tribute to bride youngster or after woman 23 found dead as man charged with murder. So Adedapo has been charged with unaliving this young pretty girl, and nothing's been written as to what happened. But for the fact that he's been charged with murder, he fired somebody. So here it says that Steph was about to apply for a doctorate in clinical psychology. Her family have paid tribute to their bright youngster and said Steph had an infectious smile and lunch and laugh which lit up any room she walked into. She's a beautiful girl. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So now our brother left entire Nigeria. Yes, so YouTube has restored everybody's name. So this guy left entire Nigeria, left a whole Nigeria. Like, guys, please like the live stream for me. I really appreciate it, please. Like. If you're watching from a mobile phone, if you double tap your screen, it will record it. And if you're watching from any other device, there's a like button there. If you just click on it, there's 25 of you watching. Please, let's take the like to about 20, and I really appreciate it. And share as well. So this guy came all the way from Nigeria. It doesn't look as if he's from a rich or wealthy background. He's a 40-year-old man, so he's grown up. He's a grown-ass man. He understands what he came to Diaspora to do. And yes, he found himself dating because according to the first report we saw, it said that both of them know each other. So I would assume they were probably lovers. So I've seen lots of posts on Facebook saying, oh, they were dating, that allegedly the girl cheated on him. Allegedly, like I said, the two articles I've just read has not given us details as to what exactly happened. We've not been given the details of exactly what happened, but when I typed his name into Facebook there, you can see people's other narrative of what happened. So now we are slowly, amen, Donyak. We are slowly seeing some of our Nigerian men. No, before I actually go into that. So it came all the way from Nigeria. It doesn't seem to like when I was showing you guys his picture from NYSC and all of that, it doesn't come across as if it's from a rich home. So he came all the way to Diaspora, spent all of that money. He went to uni, Nottingham, Probably he went for a master's or a whatever degree. We don't know what program he came to study. So I want to believe he must have finished studying his studies. He must have finished his studies. So according to the reports, they are both known to one another. So he's been charged with murder, which means that he possibly died unalive this young girl. So we all say you come to diaspora, you want to come make a better life of yourself, right? And this one came and he unalived somebody. For the fact that he was here and he took the life of somebody, should I say I am not far off from saying, should I say that I won't be wrong if he has committed something similar back home in Nigeria, allegedly, because if you can come here to where you're not comfortable, like comfortable as compared to if you were back home, in a country where we have functional law system, in a country where we have functional justice system, in a country where we have a functional security system, you find it very, very easy to unalive somebody. I don't care what she did to him. I don't give a flying F's what that young lady did to him. You unalived her. So his goals all gone. So now we are slowly moving off from seeing some Nigerian men, some who will come here and be running after small picking. They've gone from that to now, going after 17-year-olds and, doing kerewa with them. There was one that was meant to do, and I was just going to say in the new year, I'm going to give a new notice in the new year that there will be some types of videos I will no longer be doing on my channel, because in as much as I've got interest in short videos, I don't think they are quite good for my channel, because most of some of those videos I did, for example, the story of that Ochanya that I did, I was not able to monetize it. So I've noticed that when I do videos relating to stuff like that, including maybe involving young children, when I do it, I find that often I'm not able to monetize it. So in a way, maybe that's YouTube telling me that, this thing is not good for your channel, drop it. So I'm going to be, in the new year, I'm going to be steering away from any Kerewa news that got to do with younger children. I'm going to stop doing those videos. So he took the life of this young lady. So like I was saying, we are now slowly moving from some of our Nigerian men, even some of them that came in with their wives and their own children, now running after small girls. And we saw a few videos I've done on my channel here where there is a certain organization where they would disguise themselves as children and they will chat to them and they will arrest them. Slowly now we've moved on to, obviously, there's going to be cases of Nigerians committing fraud in diaspora. There's going to be many more, because right now, if I go to the website, I normally get these stories from, there's loads of Nigerians committing fraud there. And now we are slowly moving from, Kerewa, wanting to Kerewa small picking, Oyinbo picking, to doing fraud, now to going after, to be doing agidi ibalopo in the bedroom with, young, Yabi, maybe below the age of 18. There's one recently that I think Auntie Adeni covered that story. It was a man who did that to a 17-year-old. It was a Nigerian guy as well. So now we are now moving on to phase of where some of our Nigerian men are unaliving women in diaspora. I won't say this year. I think this is the third one. Is it the third? Maybe the fourth one. Two actually happened in Glasgow. There's one, I wanted to do that story, but I don't know why I did not do it. It was not actually a Nigerian man. It was an Oyinbo man that unalived a Ghanaian or a Zimbabwean lady. And then there was another one, a Nigerian lady unalived a Nigerian guy. And I think, Abby, if you remember, I think Zino was saying to me that she knows somebody who knew that guy in Glasgow. So that's true that I've heard about in Glasgow there. And then this guy will make it the third that I've heard this year so far. And there's another one, I think that one happened last year, where the woman was here in Scotland. She decided to go home to go see the house she was building so that she could get the paperwork, and the husband, unalived her by burning the building and stuff like that. So Now all of that is going on, and then this live stream that I'm going to be doing on Saturday is a rise of people who have actually come into the UK with certificate of sponsorships. Let's say people from who started coming to the UK from after COVID. There's a lot of rise. There's a lot of cases of my husband removed me from COS. My wife removed me from COS. My husband sent a fake divorce letter to the home office to do this that. There's a lot of that. Like my page, like a private folder I have on Instagram is filled with stories like that. So I really don't understand what could have led or could have entered into this guy to do what he did to this young lady. Like I said, I don't care what this girl did to him. What could somebody do, no matter what that person could do to you, no matter what the pain is, that you will take her life? Nothing stopped you saying, oh, this could be my sister. Yes, obviously you're dating. This could be my sister. Or whatever it is she might have done that might have got you mad, you could have walked away. You could have walked away. You did not stop at walking away. You did not stop at maybe, giving a mechanical walk. You took her off the earth. And I was super mad at the fact that this country, they don't remove stool for person leg. They don't remove stool. You know what I mean? They don't do that here in this country. In this country, they don't put you on a chair to dance Awilo Logomba. They don't do that. In this country, they don't give you the happy juice that will make you sleep very well. They don't do it. If this were to happen in the US, it's definitely going to get it's going to go and meet Baba God. It might not be instantly, because this type of crime, it should have gotten, I'm hoping it will get something close to if you were to be in the US. In fact, I'm advocating that it gets what they will have done to someone like him if he did the same thing in the US. It's probably going to be spending the rest of his life in jail. And with that being said, he might spend another 40 years in jail and they might release him. We've seen that's how bad the justice system in the UK is when it comes to jailing people. I just don't understand what goes in the life of some people. Like, we are still talking about the story of Regina Daniels and Nedun Woko. So let's assume, obviously, from the story that we are seeing that I've seen so far on social media, that the lady allegedly cheated on him. If that was the case, why don't you move on? Why don't you move on? There are many fishes in the ocean. And yes, he's not looking bad. A guy with his color, with his own kind of darkish, white men will run after him. White women will run after him. Same thing if you're a lady who is as dark as him. If you meet Oyinbo will run after you. Hello, Idara, welcome, my baby sister. How are you? You know what? It's just so sad that now his life of Japa out here, to come build a better life for himself, is all gone in the winds. He's going to be spending his life in jail. And the kind of jail life that they have here, the jail life here is posh. It's nothing compared to the jail in Nigeria. Traffic, I believe, is untreated, buried mental health issue. I don't think so. Like, somebody, it's just like how some men would are not able to handle rejection. A woman says she no longer wants you, move along, find another woman. But why insist, or why say it's that same woman or nobody else? I don't get it. I really don't have a lot to say, because I would have loved to know what actually transpired, what actually went down. But then still, no matter what the girl did to him, it's just another example of that young girl that was sharing accommodation with another guy who is about 40 something years old or something. Now I've started seeing narratives saying that the girl was allegedly dating that guy, and I was like, dating him? Where how did we go from They were flatmates. To She has made multiple calls complaining about the same flatmate about cats and stuff, to us now hearing that they were allegedly dating. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know if any of you wants to drop in here and maybe say a few things. If yes, let me know. I will drop the link in the comment section. But now this guy's life is ruined forever. Is ruined forever. And I think one of the posts I saw on Facebook was saying something about, oh, and he's going to be the very one who is quick to start preaching the Bible. I don't know. I think maybe some people know who he is. So let me quickly share my screen and see some of the stories or narratives that I found on Facebook. Like I said, I'm not really trusting those narratives because the news article that shared this news has actually not given us details about what happened. I would imagine that they are waiting to get to court before everything is put out there. So this person here says that, so this Yoruba boy came to the UK instead to concentrate on why he is here exactly. He decided to buy his British girlfriend of 23 years old. He's 23-year-old, not girlfriend of 23 years. This person knows Sabi right English. His girlfriend is 23-year-old girlfriend. Like, who swear for you? You buy girl because she did cheat on you. So that is an alleged. We don't know that because it's not been reported anywhere that was what happened. See you ILR for British prison. And the painful part is before you talk one, you don't quote scripture. So I don't know. This person saying that before you talk one, you don't quote scripture. Maybe they know him. I don't know. All of you evil being hiding under religion, God will fish you wicked souls out. People like you get opportunity only to lay bad precedents. So, I mean, obviously from that, what that person said there, it probably seems as if maybe they know him because that person was like, oh, before they say one thing, you will start to quote the Bible or something. And then there's another post again, apparently maybe repeating the same thing, That's not really so that's another narrative. The same thing again, saying, what, you wanna lie because she allegedly, but still, like I said, that that is not enough. That's not enough. Idara said, sometimes I wonder if they think they would go scot-free after committing the crime. Like, I just don't understand. Like, what happens to whatever it is she did or she must have done? What happens to walking away? What happens to walking away? Like, walk away, not to the extent of taking somebody else's life. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know. Like, a whole human being. How did you even get to think of what to use to maim her that much? How did you even get to bring yourself to use such thing on her? Like, I just I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, how? Guys, give me a second. Just want to quickly message my son. Guys, I'm going to drop the link if anyone wants to come in and say a few things. Like I said, this is going to be a very quick live stream. I don't intend to be here for a very long time. Let me drop the link in the comment section. Let's take a couple of calls. Because now they were saying earlier on that Nigerian men that are coming, that are following small girls, that we should be advising them. And I was like, advise them how? That you should stay away from younger children. The country you are coming from, were you told to stay away from younger children? Why are you now coming to a country where you know that there's laws here? You now think that you can go and be going after small kids? Like, guys, the links in the comment section. Give me a second, please. Guys, like as you come in, We only have another 10 minutes here. Hello, Sister Natu, I see you. Mr. Sunday, I see you. How are you? You guys probably say you've not seen me on live stream for a very long time. Yes, I've been hiding my face. I've been hiding my face, so it's not been easy. More as I came back from Nigeria, it was as if they zapped my energy. I came back from Nigeria like this. It was as if my energy was zapped. I was just, that way. So, guys, the link is in the comment section. Let's take a couple of calls. If not, I'm going to round this live stream up and then we'll go. Lola said there has been a worldwide increase. Exactly, it's the same everywhere. And I often say this, that women are an endangered species. I always say this, and don't get me wrong. I was on Instagram earlier on and I saw a video or a news that I've been seeing, that I've been following down this for a few days now. It was a news of where a mother claimed her husband did something to their true daughters. So this man was arrested, and when he was being asked questions in the police station, he was like, "Eh, tell the woman to come accuse it to my face." So now a report has now been made to release today that the woman lied. Yeah, it's now been the report has been made today that the woman lied on top of the husband's head, say he did something to their children. So there's not a lot of that happening, right? But then still, women are endangered species. If you look at, it's the women that will stay in a DV marriage. It's the women that will stay and say, "Oh, I'm waiting for my children," even though hunger is buying you there. It's the women that will stay and say, "I want to do this, I want to do that." And it's still the same women that, even though they try and please and do everything, men will still not get satisfied in a way with all of their actions. Oh, she did not do this way, she did not do that. And you see some of women, like the amount of women lives that have been taken this year alone is actually frightening. It's actually frightening. It is. It is. Lola said, unfortunately, and some men can't handle rejection. Maybe that's what we are still discussing in the case of Nedu Woko and Redna Daniels, because he can't handle this girl be rejecting him. Look at the tactics he came with. He came in to say that she was abusing substances. He can't handle the rejection. So obviously, he's gonna, with his family coming out to say all of those things about him, it's gone on to show that Regina actually is not even really the problem. The girl might probably want to stay in the marriage, but obviously all of the things that she complained about, his family, some of his families have came out to say he's not a good person. So those things that Bernadette was alleging that he did, it's not far off from what his family have said about him as well. So I don't know, the kind of, maybe God should just wipe all the men and replace them with other form of men. Cause I just don't know. Some of them are good, but it's like out of 100%, it's like 98%. God just need to swap them. Like overnight, let's just wake up and realize that they've been swapped. I know that's wishful thinking, right? Arikem is replying Idara saying what goes on in their heads is what goes on in their heads in that moment. He should enjoy the consequence. Yeah, he should enjoy the consequence of his actions. And I'm just hoping that it's not going to come and start claiming mental clinical, because that's what he's going to start claiming now. Because, like I said, I don't care what that young girl did to him for him to do what he did to her. She did not deserve to go that way. She did not deserve that. She did not. He's wasted his life, and obviously he is still alive, breathing, but Steph is no longer here. Steph no longer has the opportunity to go on to do is it a masterate or is it a doctorate? She no longer has the opportunity. She's just finished a certain degree. She's not even being allowed, to get some bit of fresh air on that newly degree she just got. And this motherfucker maimed her life. Ó yẹ kó yẹgi fún ni o. Ó yẹ kí wọ́n yẹgi fún ni. They should put him on top of a stool and then break all the legs on the table. Nǹkan tó yẹ ni, that's what it deserves. That's what it deserves. Hello, Sanato, I see you there. So we've not been told. Hello, Sister Yinka. Hello, Sister Yinka. Welcome. So the exact narrative or the exact story has actually not been said, but from the story we read earlier on, it's been said that both Adedapo and this young lady, they know each other, and he has been charged with murder. So for him to have been charged with murder, the Olopas have done their job. They've gathered enough evidences to realize that yes, he did the crime. So I'm hoping that we probably won't hear any more on the case until it's been sentenced. I think that's mostly how it happens. Only if he goes on to say he's not guilty, and then they go into trial, then maybe that's when we start to hear something about it. But I wouldn't imagine they will give us anything further until after he goes to court or he gets jailed. So that's that story there. And like I said, there was a time when I was doing all these stories. I think we did one live stream like that where we're talking about how some of our Nigerian men will come here and they'll be KDYing small picking, or they'll be KDYing all of these people. And some people are like, oh, maybe they should start giving them some sort of education. And I'm like, what freaking education? If you're not running after small picking for road in Nigeria, what makes you think it's all right for you to do so here in diaspora? If tí o bá fipá bá ọmọdé sùn, tí o bá fipá bá obìnrin sùn in Nigeria, what makes you think that it's all right for you to do it here in diaspora? especially here that you know that they don't freaking joke. Touch a cat, eh? Touch a cat anyhow. You see how a Olokpa will grab you, not to talk of like a human being. Exactly, Mr. Sunday. Some people are looking for the opportunity to leave Nigeria to come here, and then this one came. I mean, maybe if you had just thought of all of the amount of money he spent to come here to study, maybe if you had just thought that, my family back home, oh, they are expecting me to carry Bentley come, oh. My family back home, they're expecting me to co eku ero kodele, oh. My family back home are expecting me to bring diaspora goodies, oh. Maybe if you had just paused for a second and think that way for a second, maybe that will have saved him. But so now this one that has now come now and has spied a young girl, what advice should we still give? Because they say we should be giving Nigerian men advice that don't go and be following your money, don't go and tospe your model, don't go and be tospe oyinbo, to have tospe oyinbo. If you wear nylon, make sure you the nylon stay there until you finish. Oh, that we need to start telling them things like that, like how make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm short of words. I'm going to read your comments, guys. And like I said, the link, I'm going to put the link in the comment section. I've got another 3 minutes. Yeah, I've got another 3 minutes to round up. If there's no call, we're going to round up and call it a day. Like I said, this is just going to be a short live stream. Yeah, let me read your comment, guys. So, yeah, so Arikemi, some of them will come and start using mental health. Arikemi said it doesn't have any excuses. He should just enjoy his jail time or quiet time. Exactly. Let him stay there. People are still looking for visas to travel abroad every day. With that being said, there's somebody in my DM. In fact, the morning I arrived in Glasgow from Nigeria, I was waiting for my husband to come collect me, and I was just browsing, and then this person messaged me saying, "Oh, that they've been watching my channel. I think they watched my video of like living in Scotland. Like a lot of people actually gravitated towards my channel from that video as well, and it was like, oh, that it was just asking how his wife could come abroad to study, blah 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 blah. So like, oh, that person should give me a few days that I've just arrived from Nigeria, blah blah blah. So I think 2 days after I was able to research the question he asked me, and I replied him, and he was like, oh, is there a way you can help my wife? And I'm like, come, I don't do visa stuff. I've given you the information you asked from me. Tell your wife. I think he was asking if his wife could do a program, if there's a course, if there's a program his wife could do that will allow her coming with dependents. And I think nowadays you can only do research programs. That's what will allow you coming with your master's research here. You can only do master's research program that will allow you bring your dependents. So any other course, except you're a doctor or something, if there's any other course, you can't bring independence. So I gave him all of those information. I sent him links of universities in Scotland that I know who have like master's research programs. I gave him all of that, even the link, everything. This guy still came back and say, can you help me? And I'm like, help you? I don't even know where to start from. Maybe in a way, if I really want to help him, I can, but I'm going to charge. But then I don't want to say whereby I do it ends up not being successful, and they'll start chasing me about. So I was just not ready to commit. I was like, no, I told you from the beginning that I don't do stuff like this. I've given you all the information you need. Tell your wife to start from contacting these schools. If there's any, or first of all, let her go to their website. If there's any course she gravitates to, I think he said she already has a certain degree or something. If there's any course she found on that university that she likes, let her get across to university. Ask them any other questions she would like to know, and I'm sure they will know. This guy was like, okay, do you know somebody that can help? And I'm like, man, I'm sorry, I don't know. Thank you. And since then, I've stopped replying to him. So that's people who are desperate to come in here. And then someone like this one has the opportunity, the chance, and he blew it. He messed it up. What got into his brain now? We don't know, but I'm sure by the time he's been sentenced, we'll probably hear more. And yes, once there's more or even if I later on, if I find any further information about this case, I'll probably maybe do a sit down video and bring the update to you guys. Arikemi said, I don't pity him. He knew where it was. I don't pity him either. Like, if you can't serve the time, don't commit the crime. If you can't do the time, don't commit the crime, because like I said, you have no right, you have no reason to take somebody's life. Like, what could they have done? I don't care what that person has done to you. I don't care what that person has done to you. You have no, there was no reason, no reason at all, no reason at all. I'm trying to see why we are here. If there's any most recent update, but nothing so far. Everything I'm seeing here is from the 25th of October. There's recently, nothing recently at all, nothing recent at all, nothing at all. I can't find anything recent or anything at all. Yeah, I can't find anything recent at all. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this live stream. Tough Luck said, come there looking for somebody to hold their hands. They don't know that it's not easy. You know what? See, even some of them even come here and you hold their hands, if you're not being careful, they will cut that hand you've held out for them. They will cut it off. They will cut that your hand that you're lending to them. They will cut it off that you will not find it useful for yourself anymore. I've been there. We've been there. Myself and my husband, we've been there. Where we open our hands for people, help them. Okay, this is how you navigate. This is how you navigate. We've been shown shege. We've been shown shege. So now I'm very, very even mindful of people that I meet. That if you're a student, okay, hello, bye, that's it, nothing else. No, 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 all of that. So also, I guess lasting advice, whatever country you find yourself that you're going to study, I think you need to carry out a research of that country before you go. Know the type of laws that they have there. It's not a country, know at least for a fact that it is a country that is totally different from the one you're coming from. We all see what is happening in our country right now. It's it's not possible. For example, look at the example of what happened to the Wiki and that soldier guy. You can never, ever, ever, ever in the UK see an MP speak to a uniform officer like that. Never. That alone is going to get him arrested. They'll put an handcuff on him. So if you are coming to a society that does not warrant stuff like that, and you think you can come in here as a student, and then somebody offends or somebody does something to you, and you think taking their life is the best thing, man, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for being here. I hope there's a lesson. Tough Luck said, trust me, it's happened to me many times. I've had in my heart. Same here, I've had in my heart no more. Rather than me providing that help to you directly, I might just send you, to people or give you links, give you information and stuff like that. I no longer I've added my heart as well. Maybe you ask for something. If I know somebody who is offering services, I will send you the link or the number of the person that person provides services. But for me, giving it to you because I know I could, no, I no longer do that. I no longer do that. It's just obviously trying to keep myself safe as well. I've been able to maintain whatever it is I've been able to maintain all these years, and I'm not about to allow anybody pour sand into my Gary. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for today. Like I said, if I find any further updates about this story, I'll bring it again. And because I would really love to know what actually went down. I really love to know. But so far, all I've found so far has not detailed exactly what happened, but that he has been charged with murder. And yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much. And before I go, please do not hesitate to shop my small business. Let me share my website with you. I'm sure you guys have seen a couple of my videos because I've been putting some of my videos, my products in between my videos. I think there's a few other YouTubers that does the same as well. So this is my website here. I sell scented candles. I had some Christmas hats, the ones I wear when you see me, some of my pictures at work. These are exactly the types I wear. So these are the Christmas ones. Over different seasons, I'm going to swap them and put different types of hats there. So I do everything: home fragrances, scented candles, wax melt, room sprays, diffusers. Shop your own fragrances with me. I ship throughout the UK, and even if you don't want to buy from me, at least if you have Oyinbo friends that like wax melt, that likes candles, or like room sprays and stuff like that, share my website with them, and I really appreciate it. It's Christmas now, and also I'm gonna be attending to Christmas fair So let me see if I can find that leaflet here actually. So that's gonna be my first Christmas fair. So there's one taking place at my work, which is on the 9th of December. So this one, so Tuesday 9th of December, there's a Christmas market there. So if you're in Glasgow, I'm gonna be um I'm gonna be there to with all of my products. And there's also another one that I'm attending again. It's also in Glasgow. So if you're in Glasgow on that date, please come support me. Okay, come support me, come shop my products. So this is another one again. So this is another one I'm going to be coming into. So I've got one on the 6th of December. This one is at Radisson Blue Hotel in Glasgow. On the 6th of December, I'll be coming with all of my products. You can shop my product there. And the other one is on the 9th of December as well. It's a Tuesday. I'm going to be bringing up my products as well. So you can come support me. And if you're not in Glasgow, you can shop on my website. So let me prop the name of my website in the comment section. My website is www.tmo5candleco.com. I've got my link is here. For those of you who want to shop online, that's my website there. You can shop via my website as well. I ship throughout the UK. So if you're in London or you are far away from me, as long as you are living within, you are in the United Kingdom, you can shop our websites and we ship throughout the UK. And if you are within Scotland or if you're within Glasgow, please, the flyers are there. There's one on the 9th of December. I'm going to be bringing all of my products. You can shop with me. And then there's one on the 6th of December as well. So for those of you who are not able to attend, you can shop on my website. So my website is www.tmo5candleco.com and I ship throughout the UK. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I can't believe it's almost end of the year. This year has flown by so fast. I can't believe it's how many weeks to Christmas now? I think about 7 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, about 7 weeks or 6.5 weeks to Christmas. Wow. Okay, guys, thank you, and thank you everybody for being here. Let's continue to speak to our families as well, because these things happen. There's no way you can tell if it's going to happen, but they said that it is from other people's mistakes that we learn, and we also take knowledge from other people's knowledge as well. So this guy has committed this offense. Still, let us share. When you get to Rome, you believe like the Romans. When you get to Paris, you behave like the Parisians, or how do they call it? When you get to Glasgow, you behave like the Scots. Okay, you eat haggis, you drink iron brew and stuff like that. Just kidding, guys, but it doesn't pay. A crime of life, a life of crime does not pay. Now that innocent young beautiful girl is gone, and this guy is still breathing, and yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. And if you're going to watch this video back again, feel free to like, share, comment, suggest, because they said that we should start advising some Nigerian men that come to diaspora. And I don't know what advice I want to give to them. I don't know what advice, because if nobody's giving you an advice not to go and run in front of a moving truck, why should be anybody be giving you an advice not to go and do this, not to go and do that? Like, I just don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have an amazing Tuesday evening, and I'll see you, within subsequent videos as well. And before you go, do not hesitate to like, subscribe, share this video, and I shall see you all later. All right, bye, everyone. Bye, and have an amazing Tuesday night. Like, this lashes is almost falling off. I'm gonna try and see if I can pull them all off. I don't want to moving about with half lid lashes. At least it's lasted for at least 2 weeks. Anyway, guys, bye.